work. So I'm just like sort of back really and getting me coffee and all that sort of things together. So yeah, I'm a bit close to the camera for my liking, but yeah, I'm
Okay.
okay. How's your day been?
Good.
It's quite early over there, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so cool. So yeah, but stress. I don't normally come on streams by myself, so it's
Yeah.
a bit nerve wracking. But I'm okay. I've been watching your streams. They've been all right. Been
You
pretty
like
good.
them?
Yeah, I thought they were okay. Yeah. I thought the
Good.
one with Noah was okay. I liked the one with you and Jen. I thought that was very, very good. I like that one.
And did you like the
So it's like
Batman one too?
it was okay. Yeah, ones I've seen. So yeah, been quite a few of them. So, but anyway, David, what should we talk about tonight?
So, what's like your favorite impressions I do? The Batman one or the?
The best impression I've heard you do was the one you sent me last night, Peter Davidson. It was the I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
It was one from the Five Doctors. What was it? He was speaking to Hartnell or Pertwee, and you did one then.
Oh yeah.
What one was that? I can't remember the line, but I know it was from the Five Doctors.
Let me redo it. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that was the line.
Yeah, because you've got that sort of higher. He's got quite a soft voice, Peter Davidson, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Softer than the rest of them.
Yeah.
His
Is my voice kind of softer, or what do you think mine is naturally?
I think your voice is just a sort of normal voice, just a not too high, not too low.
Yeah. What do you think of my Batman one? What do you think that one needs work on? The Batman one.
I think your Keaton one's very good. The Bale one's okay as well.
Yeah, the Beat one's
definitely the best, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks. So, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I don't know. We've been talking a few times over the last couple of days about Peter Davison. Now, you're quite a big Peter Davison fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Me, not so much. Why do you like Peter Davison so much?
I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe I see some of me in him or something in the personality. Maybe.
In what way? Because you're quite a lively person. He was like quite laid back, though, wasn't he?
Okay, so maybe I'd be more like McCoy.
McCoy, yeah.
Yeah.
You do a good McCoy. You just got to learn to sort of gurgle the R's. What was your favorite Davison story then?
Probably Earthshock.
Earthshock is pretty good. I quite like Earthshock, you know.
Yeah.
Androzani, is it better than Androzani?
I don't know about that. It depends though, because there are certain elements that are good in both. And you know, one that people don't like is Black Orchid, but I like it.
It's unusual with the Indian, the guy from the Amazon and stuff like that. It's not a regular Doctor Who story. It's much more like, I wouldn't go as far as say Agatha Christie, but it's got that sort of Victorian detective-y type thing. And that's what was all dancing in the garden. It was a bit weird. Remember Tegan with her little sort of 20s dress? Yeah. So that was quite good that way. In terms of like action and the villain, that it wasn't sort of traditional Doctor Who, but
oh, do you,
all right.
Do you want to see my hat? It's kind of like the fifth Doctor's, I think, more than the seventh.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Put it on then. Let's have a look.
Let's see. Oops. There we go.
Very nice, David.
Yeah. It's more like the fifth ways, I think.
You look more like a beach bum in your t-shirt and shorts, sitting on a beach, especially catching the rays. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. So I quite like a lot of Davison. I didn't like him as much as Tom, and I think what happened with Davison, he came in on a bad run. He came in the season after JNT took over.
Oh, we got a
made a lot of differences.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you, mate. Sadeku and Lizzie are on the stream. Hi, guys. Yeah.
Hi, guys. Ahead. Yeah. He came in at a time when JNT had taken over, and he was making all these changes after Tom Baker.
Yeah,
you brought in different writers and things like that. And Peter Davison's costume was the first manufactured costume, entirely manufactured costume for the Doctor, because JNT picked that out and sort of designed that costume for him, which he did again with the Sixth Doctor, Colin Baker, that Abomination.
Yeah, that was pretty.
But he did that. But in some ways, he was sort of very manufactured.
Yeah.
Towards the end of it, this guy called Chris Bidmead come in, who took over as script editor.
Yeah.
And I did think the stories went downhill quite a lot. Legopolis, which you quite like, I didn't really like it that much.
I hear you. Yeah.
It was very high concept.
Yeah, not a lot of people like that
wasn't,
one. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, not a
it
lot
was
of people
okay.
like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's quite high concept with all the mathematics and stuff like that in it. And Castrovalva, which came directly afterwards, apart from the scenes, the imitation regeneration. Is that the best way to put them? Scenes before the Zero Room.
Yeah.
That was probably the best bit of it. I thought this concept of space phone in the South was a bit sort of wonky, and the portrait, whatever his name was, that was obviously Anthony Ainley, wasn't it? So,
yeah.
But it was okay. I don't really blame sort of Christopher. I'm not saying he's a bad doctor, but he's not my favorite. Judy's obviously my least favorite, but
yeah,
he's quite down there. So
yeah.
So what else has been happening then, David? What's been going on in the Whovian world for you? Have you been watching anything, or
did you see my review stream?
Is that the one with Nick? Is it?
No, it was the one before that. It's where I reviewed a bunch of Davison ones and a few Tom ones as well. Probably didn't see it yet. No worries.
I haven't seen that. I saw the one you got the screen capture of all the computer stuff going down, and I think it froze. I was halfway through watching that, but I've been working today, so I haven't caught it.
It's all good, mate. Yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, so
how did you do that? How did you get the chat onto the screen?
Yeah, so what I do is I do screen share. You want me to show you? Yeah. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, put anything you want to up. Nothing indecent, though.
No. No, we don't want that. No. No.
Definitely not.
No, I like your accent, though. I know you're like, yeah, I'm kind of self-conscious about it, but I like your accent, you know?
Well, I'm from Belfast, but I've been over here since, what 20-odd years, so my accent sort of slipped a bit, but when I go back there, everyone tells me I sound like an Englishman, but over here I'm still a Paddy, so
yeah,
buggered out of the way, so.
Yeah, so this is the script that I wrote. It's a spin-off script that I wrote, so I was showing people yesterday that the script, it's basically based on the character of Maxwell. So I called it Maxwell, who are the clappers of death. He was tired of being a guard captain. This is basically the script right here. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like.
That's all right. Let's go with dark for a second, mate. So you wrote this last night then, David, yeah?
Oh, no, I've been working on it. Oh, this is my latest draft. I think I worked on it. This is my latest draft from a couple weeks ago.
Are you a big Arc of Infinity fan, or?
I found the character Maxwell kind of interesting. So.
Well, it was one of the main reasons why Baker got the role. He was very good in it, wasn't he? They actually had to tell him to tone down his performance because he was nicking the screen, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Which is another problem I've got with Davison. He hasn't got the charisma of the previous two. You know, he didn't sort of when he walked in, he didn't grab attention like Tom Baker or John Pertwee would he?
Yeah,
I mean, more laid back and then.
And maybe he even admitted he was a little bit too young when he because he said, you know, I think he was like 30 when he started. He was like, well, maybe I would have been better if I was like 10 or 12 years older or something. He was saying.
Well, Matt Smith was younger, wasn't he? And
yeah,
Matt
he
Smith
was.
grabbed it by the Smith, didn't he?
Yeah, the weird part with him though is he had that young old vibe with not just the way he acted, but his appearance as well.
He's got that face of someone who's lived a past life, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does.
That sort of before look to him, hasn't he? Which is quite nice. So, but I thought he grabbed it really well. Yeah. Tristan Farnan was hanging around Peter Davidson's neck, I think. I don't think he ever really slipped Tristan Farnan during his time there. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the same thing. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys screen share. What's that, John? What were you saying?
Have you seen All Creatures Great and Small? Have you ever seen it?
Yes. Yeah.
It is very Tristan like his Doctor in lots of ways, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that was the thing. Yeah, he even admitted it was Tristan Farnan but braver or something. I'm often told Sudeku, he says, I'm often told that Davison in Campion was far more doctorous than he ever was in Doctor Who. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. I've never seen I've never seen Campion. That's a detective guy, isn't it? You know, so.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing he was in? He was
Yeah.
in Campion, and he was in something else, another detective series. I can't remember which one, the Beiderbecke Papers or something like that.
I think it was called The Last Detective or something like that.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He just seems to play a lot of awfully nice roles. He doesn't seem to be very menacing, basically, which we've seen with other doctors, really.
Appearance and his, voice, it's just not very, intimidating. Yeah, it would be harder for him, I guess.
He seemed a bit reluctant all the time, but then again, he had that massively crowded TARDIS, didn't he?
Yeah, he
which
did.
didn't help the whole thing whatsoever.
Yeah. What did you think of Adric? What did you think of his character?
Adric, I didn't like him. He was just an annoying kid, really, wasn't he, at the end of the day?
Yeah.
And it's a bit sort of weird. This is my personal opinion, yeah? I've always felt that Adric was marked for death because from the very, very start. If you remember during the sort of Nazi years in Germany, when they sort of round up the Jews and stuff like that, they made them sew the silver star or the star onto their breast, didn't they?
Yeah.
And that sort of marked them out. And Adric had that similar sort of star. And I always wondered why no one's ever sort of brought that reference up, because it does to me look very, very similar.
Yeah.
So I thought in some way he was destined to sort of basically sort of end up in a grisly death. I know it's not a very nice subject, but it's just something that sort of came through for me, Adric. But he wasn't a very good actor, Matthew Waterhouse, anyway. So
yeah,
and Tom, I think, picked on with it. So difficult.
Yeah.
Did you like him?
It depends. I'm split. I really didn't like him in what was it, Kinda and Fort of Doomsday. I really didn't like him in those stories, especially.
Yeah. He liked Monarch, didn't he? He's a big fan of Monarch, wasn't he, in his ideas? So
yeah.
But Fort of Doomsday.
Yeah. What did you think of Fort of
Doomsday?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was the first one they actually recorded, not the first one shown. It was the first one they recorded.
Right.
And
yeah,
I suppose it would be better. Basically, Davison was better in it, really, because he was all over the joint, wasn't he, in his first story?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought that would have been a better story to start with, perhaps.
Yeah, I think so too.
But then I suppose I had to continue on from Legopolis with the Master, so they shoehorned him into Castrovalva.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So, what's your favorite era? Like, what's your like 5 favorite Doctors? I never asked you that. I know Tom was up there.
My 5 favorite Doctors. Well, to me, it's always been Tom Baker. I was 8 when Tom became the Doctor. So to me, he sort of caught me at that particular time in my life. So I was watching Pertwee from about 1970, 71.
Yeah.
And I have rewatched a lot of Pertwee because I really, really like Pertwee. And if you think consistently over the course of the run, there's only probably 2 Pertwee stories I actively dislike. Another 2 Peladon stories. I don't like them at all. I think they're boring.
They are slow, yeah.
Tom started off really well. Holmes and Hinchcliffe were very, very good, very dark.
Yes.
Whenever Graham Williams came in, the story started to change a bit. And then when JNT came in, the last season was pretty pants, to be honest. So I would say Pertwee is slightly better. But between those 2, they're obviously in my top 2. I like Troughton as well. He's very good. And recently, I've been watching a lot of New Who.
Nice.
After the Timeless Children, I sort of gave up on New Who and went back almost totally to classic Who. But I recently been bored, but I started watching Matt Smith again, and Matt Smith is very, very good. I've always been more pro-Tennant than Smith, but I think he does a better acting job, and he's a more interesting Doctor. He acts with his hands, his eyes, his body. He's socially awkward. He's a good man.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Yeah.
What about yourself, David? Who's your top 5? Davison's obviously one of them. So who's the other 4?
Yeah, McCoy, Baker, and then probably Pertwee, and then maybe the 2 Bakers in there. That's not a popular opinion, but yeah.
Do you think that Sylvester McCoy gets a lot of undeserved flack for his time as a Doctor?
Yes.
Or what do you think?
I think he does, because I think it's just because of his first, season, because that one wasn't, was known as one of the weakest ones of the classic era,
Yeah, because it was Time the Rani was the first one. It was Time of the Rani, not Mark. Mark was Colin Baker, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and he just looked really stupid in that. He had pardon me, he had a sort of a history of physical comedy.
Yeah.
So he was doing things like rolling over the toilet, get up and shouting, "You're the Rani," blah, blah, blah. And I thought that made him look a bit sort of stupid. And he had stupid scenes like in Dragonfire, the infamous hanging the umbrella over the ice shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. Though personally, I think Dragonfire is a really good story. Kane, I thought, was an excellent villain.
He was.
The guy that was crossing, he was fantastic. I really enjoyed him as a great actor. So, but yeah, McCoy deserves a lot of love, more love than sort of people seem to give to him.
Yeah.
He was the last classic Doctor Who.
Sure.
I don't know if you want to call McGann in that, but I don't know where McGann sits in the whole thing, really. But even Survival, McCoy's last story, was a fantastic story. I loved it. It was really good.
Same here. Same here. I agree. Not here for long. Ultravox says, "Gotta lost my hair."
Oh, hi, Ultravox. I can't see the chat if anybody's watching, so I can't see the chat because I'm on a tablet. So yeah.
That old excuse Mark Yvette said, laugh out loud. So let's see. So what's your least favorite Doctor Who stories? Like, what's Doctor Who stories in the classic era you like? Oh, I hate that one, or I don't really like those stories.
I'm a big disliker of Underworld. I've never liked Underworld. It's just something that grates on me. There's nothing clever about it. It's just a substandard story, I suppose you'd call it. Ones that I hate, I don't really know ones that I actively dislike that much. I do like the two Paladin stories.
Yeah.
Twin Dilemma is a real bitch of a story. It's a horrible story.
It is. It is.
The grinding of the universe, this breakdown scene, I didn't like that. I thought it was a bit undignified, and you shouldn't really see the Doctor like that. It's like in Modern Undead, when the Brigadier admitted he had a mental breakdown, nervous breakdown. I thought that's a bit undignified. It's a bit like Spock having a nervous breakdown in the new Star Trek.
Yeah.
These characters don't do this.
Yeah, and I think the whole choking scenes were a bit, maybe they shouldn't have done that, scripted it. The whole choking of Perry and then Asmail. His favorite.
Yeah, he's just a really unlikable character from minute one, Colin Baker. And I do think it's got a lot to do with the 80s, which I think, until McCoy's second season, it was probably the worst time ever in Doctor Who history. Mm-hmm. Apart from the current era, of course.
Yeah, and Sudeku said, my least favorite stories are Time Flight, Warriors of the Deep. Yeah, that's kind of a controversial one. Yeah, it's not a popular one at all. Twin Dilemma in season 24. Yeah,
Twin Dilemma is horrible, mate. It stinks. You're absolutely right, Sudeku. It's shite.
It is.
Pardon the expression?
Yeah, and Warriors of the Deep is not the greatest either. I admit it. It tried, but there were certain elements in it that just didn't work.
It had the Silurians and the Sea Devils back, which is always nice to see.
Yeah.
But the story didn't really work that well, I didn't think so. Just humdrum. Yeah. That's the word I would use for it. Humdrum. Mediocre.
Oh, Yvette loves Trial of a Time Lord.
I don't know. I think Trial of a Time Lord is quite difficult. Some of it's okay. I like Terror of the Verboids. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because it is pretty poor as well. Mind Warp.
Yeah.
I didn't like the Bald Perry. I thought Bram Blessed was a bit OTT, and it was too obviously staged that Perry was dead.
Yeah.
It was a bit sort of weird. I got very much, if you think about Star Trek, the motion movie, Ilya, the bald navigator.
Yeah.
That was very much what Perry sort of looked like.
Yeah.
But it was okay. Eric Sayward was the script editor at the time, and he was fighting with JNT. And he was more or less losing the sort of will to live, really, because he didn't want Baker in the role anyway, so he's the wrong actor. So he sort of made a complete mess in lots of stories in Trial of a Time Lord, and then just buggered off and left the show. So, but I thought he was very, very good. He wrote probably my favorite Colin Baker story, which is Revelation of the Daleks, which is probably one of the best all-time Doctor Who stories. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean Eric Sayward, he felt Colin Baker was miscast as the Doctor. I remember that, or something like that. He didn't like his casting. I remember.
It's very noticeable in his stories, like Revelation. The Doctor seems to get pushed to the side of the action, Well, there's other characters like in Revelation that Cham Sabala, that little woman,
Yes.
and the rest of the characters were more central. But I think he just did that out of spite.
Yeah.
But I still think he wrote Earthshot, didn't he? He wrote The Visitation. He destroyed the sonic screwdriver. Remember that? The old pterodactyl destroyed the sonic screwdriver. Yeah. So he was pretty good in that way, but he got a bit shitty and just says, "Sort of, I'm off," and just left Trial of a Time Lord. But it wasn't that bad. But it was okay. It was a whole season for one story. Key to Time Revisited. So.
Yeah. So what would you say was your favorite like opening, like Doctor Who opening, credits, opening, titles that come to mind?
Well, I'm sort of quite old, and I like the ones I grew up with, which basically there's the Tunnel or the Vortex, the John Pertwee or the Tom Baker one.
Yeah.
I think it was 79 when they brought that new logo in.
Yeah.
It was the last season. It was like almost like chrome bars, if you know what I mean. The lettering, it's like chrome metal bars, and I'm not sure I like that, but it was very much nodding its way into the 80s with synthesizers and funky music, that sort of thing. But I prefer the old-fashioned one. It was more haunting, more menacing. That's what Doctor Who is supposed to be about.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the probably my favorites would be the Tom Baker and the McCoy ones.
Yeah, Tom Baker, well, he is the Doctor, the definite article, shall we say. But McCoy had a lot of good ones. Survival of Sed's very good. The Happiness Patrol is an excellent and very underrated story, in my opinion, which I've been thinking about for months trying to do a video on. But I can never sort of get it together. There's lots of political aspects to it, which I want to sort of look into, which you see again in Survival and Ghostlight and stuff like that. It's basically the most LGBTQ story in Classic Who, really. And I would just like to sort of explore that against the political backdrop of it. It was very much of a left-wing sort of revolution in the writer's room, for want of a better expression, in the last years of the 80s. Then the show was cancelled.
Yeah, and then the Happiness Patrol was like against Margaret Thatcher or something like that. I remember.
Well, it was what we call a pastiche of Thatcherism, basically, and there was a lot of sort of heavily hinted at gay characters. And Margaret Thatcher in the 80s brought in this this law called Section Clause 28, which would have stopped anything like school books or anything like that, given any sort of positive images of homosexuality. Things like children's books couldn't have same-sex couples in it, for instance, stuff like that. And this caused a lot of furore, basically. And I think this was a lot of the writers reacted against that, so putting in as much latent homosexuality into the characters as they could possibly do. And that's one of the things I think is really interesting about that period. The Cartmel Master Plan, if it had been realized, where would it have taken us?
Yeah. Yeah. True. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking an awful lot. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's good. I like that. No, I definitely appreciate that. If I had somebody that wasn't talking at all, it'd be kind of awkward. It'd be all on me.
Right. So which are your least favorite episodes then? Or least favorite stories, I should say?
Yeah, good question. I would probably say, a Colony in Space bored me for some reason.
It's okay. It's not the most exciting thing that's going on. It was a commentary on colonization, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was a political sort of statement against colonization, and it's the same as the Mutants, basically. It was about apartheid. There's certain scenes where it was, I can't remember the Toulousians or whatever their name was. They went into one lift, and the humans into another lift, so it was a depiction of apartheid. But that was what was really good about Doctor Who in those days. Politics were sort of eased in seamlessly. Now it's like getting hit with a face with a wet fish. It's not very good, but let's not mention the current era.
No, it's rough. Yeah.
It is pretty bad, but yeah, I like most Doctor Who's. I noticed you haven't mentioned Troughton or Hartnell. Are you not a fan then, David? Or?
Oh, Troughton and Hartnell. I like them. Yeah. I mean, the problem is a lot of them are destroyed, so I haven't listened to I've seen the Dalek Invasion of Earth. I've seen the Romans. I've seen the 10th Planet. I've seen the Dalek story, the first Dalek story, and then the Chase. So I've seen quite a few stories of his, but I haven't seen all the missing stuff.
Have you seen Tomb of the Cybermen and things like that?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen Tomb of the Cybermen, the Mind Robber, and the War Games of Troughton.
Yeah, the Mind Robber is really weird, isn't it? That's one with two Jamies, isn't it?
Yeah, it was more fantasy based, and I like to, just the whole Jamie scene where they had to reconstruct him and all that. Yeah,
but do you know why they did that?
because
Do
he
you know
had
why
chicken pox or something, right? He had
yeah,
chicken
they
pox.
did that as well. So how
Yeah,
these like almost like photo fit things, like when the police said, "Have you seen this man?" They did
yeah,
that as well. It was quite good, very very trippy. But I
yeah.
liked Troughton. Troughton was very good, very underappreciated Doctor. I
He
think
is.
because a lot of the stuff's missing. So,
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you watch the animated recons? Do you watch those, or how do you find them?
Few of them. Oh, she
Some
wants. Oh, Yvette, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. She wants me to do some impressions, and she wants me to do some leg stretches. All
go for
right.
it, man.
All right. I'll do my leg stretches first. She wants me to show off this one I showed her. All right. I'll do it for the audience. Yeah. So
You're
go.
hanging out, David.
What?
Nothing. It's okay. You're looking good.
Thanks. She wanted me to do it. Yeah, it's just a gymnastic stretch I learned in high school. Yeah.
Better than Supernatural, this, isn't it? Yeah.
There we go. All right, so I did the leg stretch thing. Neil was like the day before. He's like, I can't do that. I would hurt myself. All right, so there's that. What'd you think?
Very good, very supple, very flexible.
Thanks.
You do weights anyway, don't you? You're quite a healthy book. You do weights and stuff, don't you?
Yeah. All right, so she wants me to do, which impression do you want me to do first, Yvette? Or should I just go around and do random ones? I mean, I don't care. I remember you liked, what was it, the one I did, the American Psycho one, John? You liked that one, right?
Was that the business cards one or no, what?
It was like the one where he's like confessing to his lawyer or something.
Oh yeah, towards the end that he killed this guy basically, but in reality he hadn't. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, do that one. Yeah, it's good. That's quite a long piece, but yeah, do it. Yeah.
All right, I'll do it real quick. She wants me to do them, so might as well. All right. Howard, you're my lawyer, so I think you should know I killed a lot of people. I killed my ex-girlfriend Alice. I killed this homeless guy with a dog. I killed about 20 or 40 people. So many I can't even remember. I killed Paul Allen. With an axe. His body is in a screaming, bloody bloodbath in Hell's Kitchen. I guess I just had to kill a lot of people, and I guess I'm just a bad guy. But I don't think I'm going to get away with it this time. So keep your eyes open. Okay. So there's that one.
Very good, David. Did you? Quite a long piece, isn't it? It's about a minute long, isn't it? Have you been doing that for a long time, or?
A few months, yeah. And then let's see. I'm still working on that McCoy, man. That one takes a lot of work.
It's rolling the R's. You got a gurgle in your throat. Remember, say gurgle marbles type thing.
Yeah, like I'm trying to Ronnie, stuff like that. Trying to work on Ronnie.
Okay. Yeah, well, just need to work on it and you'll get there, mate. It'll be absolutely fine. It'll be really good.
Yeah, Yvette's favorite one is the Batman one. I'm guessing it's the Keaton one I do. She likes the Keaton one.
Is that the tell all your friends about me one, or which one is that?
Yeah, the tell
that one.
All right. I'm not going to kill you. I want you to tell all your friends about me. I'm Batman. You killed my parents. You made me. I made you first. That one.
Very good. Yeah, very menacing. Keaton was the most menacing Batman, though, wasn't he? By a long, long stretch.
Yeah, what did you think of the Affleck one? What did you think of Affleck?
Bizarrely enough, I watched Justice League last night, and I don't mind Affleck. He's suitably grumpy. You expect Batman to be a bit of a grumpy bastard, don't you? So I think it's quite good that he is grumpy, and I like the way that he's massively suit is so huge.
Yeah,
he's got that physical sort of being to him. And think about Tom Hardy as Bane.
Yeah,
he was massive, wasn't he? He was genuinely huge bloke.
Yeah,
and Batman needs all this sort of gear really to sort of deal himself, because he's getting all sorts of crap thrown on him, isn't he? So, and falling off roofs and stuff. So he needs to be padded up. So I quite liked him. I don't like Ben Affleck. I think he's very wooden.
He is.
I think Bruce Wayne has to be a sort of non-emotional woodenish character. So he might be completely right for it. So yeah.
Yeah. So what music do you like of Batman? Do you like the Keaton ones? Do you like the Bale music done by Zimmer or the Elfman?
Well, I like the Danny Elfman one. I think
Nice.
that's pretty good. My favorite of all the Batman themes is the music is from the original Batman. I'm a big fan of Prince, so I enjoyed Prince's Batman score. I thought it was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only score that comes anywhere near it is probably the Highlander score by Queen.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
They're both outstanding things, some perfect for the movies they were in. They were fantastic. I quite like that. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not really sort of that big a noticer, for want of a better word, of orchestral or incidental music, really, unless it's really outstanding or else it's really inappropriate, you know? The very fact that I don't notice it helps build up the emotional tension, which means it's probably doing its job. So, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, yeah, Dr. Chat, Danny Elfman theme is great. Yeah, I agree, Neil. So do you want to sell us some of your merch? You got a lot of merch on the back of you right there, Doctor Who merch right there.
It's all crap, really. I don't have any merch. It's just all little sort of books and stuff like that. Old books, new books.
Nice.
I don't know. Stuff like that. I've got this, which I've never seen them. I've seen them. It's a tortoise, yeah. But I thought I'll buy this. But I opened it. I was like a little game.
Oh, that's cute. That's cool.
You play, which I have never seen before. But I saw it, says, yes, I'll buy that. So it's quite good. I'll actually put it on, really. But it's one of these it's almost like a Pokemon style graphics, but I quite like it. I think it's good. So I've got that. But I just collect little bits and pieces, really, because old stuff you have to buy on eBay. I work in what you would call a sort of, in America, a Goodwill shop. Was that the expression where people give stuff to charitable stuff? I'm a sort of part-time supervisor in there. And I get to pick up all the stuff that comes through. And you don't get very much Doctor Who stuff that comes through at all. Like this tortoise here. This is the War Games tortoise, which I bought new last week. It was 20 quid, with 25. It's got Tom in it, but it should have a.
Oh, he looks awesome. Looks just like him.
Yeah, it should have a patch in it.
Ultravox asking, "Are you okay, John?" Ultravox was asking, "You okay?"
Why? Because I spent 20 quid on that. No, I'm fine. Yeah, but So yeah, but I don't really have very much books. I've got like sort of the David Banks Cybermen books and shooting scripts, Doctor Who Celebration.
Nice.
Which I bought online, but came from a public library in Croydon in London.
Cool.
So yeah, but yeah, I've got most of the stuff I want, but I'll just buy because it's got Doctor Who written on it. I won't obviously buy Julie stuff, but I'll buy most things if I don't have them.
Yeah, I hear you.
So,
yeah, cool.
Good.
So
what sort of stuff do you have yourself?
Yeah, I'll show you a few things. I can show you some of my DVDs first. Give me one sec.
Yeah.
Got some DVDs here. And I got the handbook as well. All right. Sorry. Oh. Dang this thing. Trying to fix it. All right. Trying to fix the camera. Let's see. This will work. All right, so if this will work. Come on. There we go. All right. All right. So I got Dragonfire. And then I got Time Lapse. Oh, what happened? Did we just lose him? Uh-oh. We lost John here. Uh-oh. Time Lapse. Uh-oh. Mark of the Ronnie. Where'd he go? Uh-oh. Guys, do you know what happened to him? I didn't hear him say anything. Dean, Neil, anybody? You know what happened to him? Hello? Neil? Yvette? Hello? Lizzie? Hello? You know what happened to John? Did I say something? Something I said? Hopefully I didn't. Back in. Okay. All right. Cool. I was wondering. So yeah. So I have Mark of the Ronnie, Time in the Ronnie, not a popular story. He'll be back. And then Resurrection of the Daleks, excellent story. Silver Nemesis. I know some people don't like that one. I got the Doctors Revisited. It has Earthstalk on it, Vengeance on Varos, and Remembrance, and the TV movie. And then I got the Twin Dilemma, which of course we already talked about, not the greatest. And then I got the Handbook. Yeah, so hopefully he'll be coming back on. Just had a connection issue, he said, I think. All right. So yeah, that's just a few of my merch. I have the Sonic Screwdriver, too. So yeah, hopefully he'll be coming back on. So what? It's probably Neil. That's probably what it is. It's a connection issue, I'm guessing. Hopefully. Thank you all you guys for coming on the stream too. Appreciate it. Yeah, American Psycho does leave it ambitious. It does leave it ambitious of whether the murders happened or just imagined. I think they could have. Some of them happened and then some of them didn't. I mean, I don't know. So keep checking. He is not already back, Dave, because you will have to add him back. Oh, great. Yeah, that's true. All right, let me check. Let me send back the link or something. Yeah. All right. There he is. He's back. He's back. He's back. All right, he came back. We're here. We're good, I think. All right. Add to stream. There we go. He's back. He's back. I was like, oh, what happened?
My internet went down, so
that's okay.
I think that just went down really because it both went worry on the screen, but yeah. So yeah, you want to show some DVDs you're going to show there, weren't you?
Yeah. So I got I'll rotate here, but I got the Handbook. And then I got the Twin Dilemma. I know that one's not the greatest. I got it for $4.
That's okay.
$4. And then let me see. Got Time in the Ronnie as well. Not the best story in the world, but I got it for $3. $3 for that one on Amazon. The Doctors Revisited. Got Earthstalk, Vengeance on Varos, Remembrance of the Daleks, and the TV movie. I got this as a gift. And then I got Silver Nemesis.
Very good. The 25th anniversary episode, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. And Remembrance of the Resurrection of the Daleks, excuse me.
What did you think of that Resurrection of the Daleks as a story? What did you think about it? Did you like it, or how did you find it?
It's a bit of a downer. I mean, it's like Warriors. There's a lot of death in it, right? A lot of death and of people and stuff being killed and stuff. Massacres, basically by Daleks and stuff. Yeah,
but it also introduced a character of Lytton, who was a fantastic character.
Yeah.
On Attack of the Cybermen. That was a continuation of Lytton's story. He was a brilliant character. The actor he played until he died very recently, hasn't he? Morris Colborne.
Yeah, he's a talented actor, though. Talented actor. Good actor.
He was very, very good. He did have that look about him of a dodgy, hard guy, didn't he? So
he looked like a tough macho man type. Yeah.
Yeah, very much of the time, shall we say. So, yeah.
Mark of the Ronnie.
Yeah. Not sure about that at all, really. So, just looking at stuff like that. Yeah. So, Time Lash.
Yeah.
That's one with Paul Darrow's in it. That's Tecker, isn't it? Do you ever watch Blake 7, David?
Yeah, I've watched it. Yeah. He's good in it.
What do you think?
I like that show. Yeah.
All of it is on YouTube. So it's all free, which is fantastic. I really enjoyed it. After sort of Who, that was the program I sort of grew up with. I really enjoyed it. Written by Terry Nation, the creator of the Daleks. So
yes, and it did kind of end on a cliffhanger, didn't it? The series finale or whatever. You know, it kind of left you hanging with them getting killed, and then they have Avon basically captured at the end of that episode.
Yeah, but Avon was surrounded by all those guns. He couldn't have got out of that. It's impossible.
Yeah, I know.
So it's a bit weird, but Paul Darrow, he was fantastic in that. And he's gone on to Big Finish, and he appeared in several Big Finish audio productions before he died, sadly. But he's very, very good. An iconic character. He was in Doctor Who as well. Before that, he was he was Silurian, wasn't he? He was an army captain, Captain Hawkins, I think. A very small part in 72, yeah. But I love Paul Darrow, great man.
Yeah, good actor. Yeah, good fellow. Yeah. Mark of the Ronnie was okay until people got turned into trees. Then it was ruined. That's what Neil says.
When that tree goes out and just grabs that bloke, doesn't it? It's just,
pretty cheesy. Yeah. So what actors do you watch and you're like, oh, I can't stand there? Well, I know we talked about a certain actor we talked about a few times.
Is that Hugh Laurie? I just don't like him. I just think he's a bit of a poncy git. And it's just something about him that annoys me. He's a very superior individual. And I just don't like the way he gets on, really. It's just a bit weird. Actors I actively dislike. I don't really think there are any actors I actively dislike.
Okay.
There are actors I actively do like. I like Ryan Reynolds. I think he's very good for Deadpool.
Yeah.
I've never seen him in anything until I saw a film called R.I.P.D.
Oh, nice.
He's a dead cop with an old Western sort of cowboy cop, and they're both ghosts, and they've got to do policing in the ghost world. And I thought it was fantastic. And Deadpool, of course, is brilliant character, you know. A bit too smart ass all the time. You could leave it out for a bit, but very funny. And Marina Baccarin is in that as well, from Gotham. One of the most beautiful women in the world. So, I like Ryan Reynolds. Good stuff, man. Yeah. What about yourself? Who is your must avoid all times? Who is your least favorite actor?
Oh, good question. There's that guy. I know he's like, everyone seems to. I'm not the biggest Channing Tatum fan.
He's all right for what he is. He's just a big, good-looking sort of guy. He's not really a sort of actor, really, though, is he? He's more of a symbol.
Yeah.
I don't know, really. He was good in 21 Jump Street. He was very funny in that. I liked him in that. And he's in a movie called The Eagle about missing, I think it was the 10th Legion, which was turned into a story in Doctor Who, wasn't it? Was that, I can't remember the name of which ones it was, but in Capaldi. So, but he's okay. He's not bad. Who do you like especially? Who's your favorite? Christian Bale, by any chance? Or who would be your favorite actor? Do you like Christian Bale, yeah?
Yeah.
He's okay. The first time I ever saw him was in a movie called... I forgot what it was. He was only 13, a prisoner Japanese war camp. I can't remember what it was called. He acted in that. And very, very...
Not 310 to Yuma. It's not that one. I'm trying to think what it's called.
It's a book called Empire of the Sun. That's what it's called, isn't it?
That's the one.
J.G. Ballard, And he was very, very good in that. I think he's okay. He was crap in Terminator. I didn't like him in Terminator. But he's not bad. He's okay. He's very much of a sort of actor now, though, isn't he? He's very much of a lubby.
I don't think he could do comedy, though.
I don't know. He was okay in he was in The Boxer, wasn't he? With Mark Wahlberg, wasn't he? And he was quite good in that as well. And before he got Batman, he was in a film called The Mechanic.
That's true.
He was really, really skinny. He was a narcoleptic, I think. Wasn't he? At the time. But he's okay. Quite a varied actor, but he's a bit of his own arse, really. So.
Yeah, he has a bit of an attitude in real life, huh? Yeah, I've heard about that. Like you probably don't want to get on his bad side if you're asking for an autograph or something. Well,
there's that clip from Terminator Salvation where he's really, really rude to one of the crew. And that was recorded on the internet, and he came out and apologized because the man was a real jerk. But actors, who needs them?
Yeah. So probably another one is Keaton. Probably another one I really like is Keaton, Michael Keaton, as an actor, just his versatility.
Yeah, he's got that sort of intensity to his acting as well. Being placed so many different roles across the whole thing. He was very good instead of a Batman because he was a sort of quirky Bruce Wayne, but he's in Beetlejuice and he's excellent in that. And Pacific Heights, he was a really bad tenant to have, wasn't he? He was driving his spike through the door and everything. It was quite mad, yeah. Which he fell on eventually, but fantastic actor.
He is. And then trying to think of, are there any like female like actors that you like? Is there female or actor? Well, I know we're supposed to call them actors now, but it could be actresses.
I'm a very shallow person, and I often judge female actors by their personal appearance.
Yeah.
In terms of sheer actors, I'd say something like Olivia Colman.
Nice.
Would be an extremely sort of good actor. And I like Helena Bonham Carter.
She's good,
she was very good. She was always intended to see period dramas, but then she was in Fight Club, wasn't she? She was very good in Fight Club.
Yeah.
So I like those, really. Actors I'll always watch, for obvious reasons, are people like Hayley Atwell, Scarlett Johansson.
Nice.
People like that, you know? So they're talented actresses, but they're also quite nice to look at. So I know it's very shallow, but unfortunately. So, but but I prefer actors. I prefer the company of men.
Yeah.
If that doesn't sound too strange, but yeah.
Yeah.
What about yourself? Who's your favorite actress?
I like. She's not might not have the greatest looks in the world, but I kind of like her acting style. What's her name? Judi Dench.
Yeah, she's a very, very good actress, you know. But she is a proper actress. She's like acting royalty, isn't she? She's very good. She's very good as them, I think.
Yeah.
Much harder than a man would be.
Yes.
So, I quite like her. She's all right. There's a wide variety of roles. She's in Cats, which I heard is rubbish.
I heard it's
rubbish. One of the Cats had a wedding ring on or something like that. And one of the stuff. But I quite like Judi Dench. She's okay.
Yeah, she's okay. Yeah. So, what else could we talk about? What kind of? All right, this is going to be a weird question, but what kind of sport do you like? Any sports? I admit I like some sports.
Well, I'm a soccer fan. I support a team called Arsenal FC. I don't know if you've heard of them. You're a baseball fan because you play MLB, don't you, on your PS4?
Yeah. And I used to play Little League and a little bit of baseball in middle school. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just American games. I sometimes find it hard to sort of work out why they're so attractive. Basketball obviously is a highly skillful game. American football I find a bit weird.
I don't really like it the best. Yeah, it's okay.
You're tackling players that don't have the ball, and I just found that really a bit sort of strange.
Yeah, why do they call it football? You're not really using your foot with it. I don't get that. You know,
you can kick it, can't you? You can kick it. I think it was originally a sort of a mixture of rugby and soccer originally.
Right. Yeah.
And that's where it sort of mutated into American football, which I know is very, very big, but it's just not very appealing to the eye. Baseball, I suppose, is okay, but over here we call it rounders.
Yeah, it's rounders.
Our school kids play it, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know much about it. I don't mind the baseball games. It's all about getting that pitch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like MLB, I've played a few times, but it's quite fun.
Oh, yeah, Dean said, I love Brie Larson. That's my favorite actress.
Well, I quite like Brie. She is, first of all, she's a lovely person.
Yes.
She's a fine actress.
Yes.
And she's politically neutral, which is strange in this day and age. So, yeah, she's a nice woman.
Yeah.
I saw her in Captain Marvel. I thought she was pretty crap in that. Though I did think Jude Law was good as Young Rogue. He was pretty good. But she's got that sort of face you just want to smack all the time. You know, like a sulky kid. Sort of like this. So I don't really like her. I don't think much of her as an actress at all. She's won an Oscar, apparently. I don't know what for, but she must have hit lucky in that film. But she's not very pleasant. She's horrible, mate.
Yeah.
Channel.
Yeah. Is there any... There's not too many movies lately that are exciting, is there, coming out, huh? On your street?
Many movies since the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're showing Back to the Future 3 at my local cinema. That's how bad it's got for new movies, yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, good time, yeah.
So anything else you want to talk about? Anything?
No, I'm actually fine. As I said, I have to sort of go somewhere by 7, David, so I'm going to open the plug and see you, but thanks for letting me have you on your channel.
Yeah,
it's been fantastic. It's been really good. I'm sorry I talk too much, but...
no, I do that too.
That's how it runs, mate, okay? So thanks very much, and thanks to everyone in the chat who came along, okay? Remember to like, share, subscribe to David's channel, yeah?
Thanks so much,
John.
John.
And Doctor Who chats, okay?
All right, thanks,
John.
Everyone.
See you later. Bye-bye. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye. Bye. Cool. All right. That was John. He's awesome, isn't he? Very sweet and friendly. All right, guys. That's it. Bye, Dean. Bye, Lizzie. Bye, Neil. by Dean, Ultravox, Adeko. The new Bill and Ted is out in 9 days' time. Cool. I might have to check that out, Neil. I like seeing the old Back to the Future films during the pandemic. Dave, you should really give him a link to our forum. That's a good idea. All right, bye, Neil. Dave, you should really give him a link to our forum. Yeah, I'll consider that. Yeah, I'll give him the Alton forum. All right, guys. Thanks, Ultravox, too, for being in the stream as well. And check out more of my channel, too, Ultravox. That would be awesome. All right, guys. I am going for now. Take care. Peace. Bye, Yvette, too. Bye for now.